I thought this would be a great opportunity to share with you one of the lessons in my new book, Bonding with My Bunnies, yoga lesson plans for families and children. And this is one of my silly little bunnies right here. So we're gonna just kind of go through the lessons, kind of share how they are set up. So when you get the book, you'll have a sense of how to teach yoga to children. They are designed in sections. Every book has a share circle, a breathing exercise, 3 to 4 fun yoga games related to the theme, which our theme today is back to school yoga. And I wanted to get it in before my bunny over here goes back to school. And then a meditative final relaxation period. So first we're going to start with our share circle, and that's just a centering exercise that gets kids kind of in the mindset of yoga. And also if you're teaching a class, it's just kind of a way for you and the kids to check in and share something about each other. So the first part, and I don't even have my books, my official books yet. This is how it started in a folder, and the books come next week, but I wanted to go ahead and share this class with you. So I have printouts of, see if you can see the back to school yoga lesson. So we're gonna start with our share circle, and typically, I'll move my mat up a little bit, we're facing one another. You'll see in the book, it gives a few ways to set up your mats if you have a big group or if it's just you and one of your children. But first we're going to start with, what are you excited about going back to school?
Seeing everyone.
Seeing everyone? Because it's been, the last year and a half has been a little crazy, hasn't it? So it's great to know that you're going to see people in person versus virtual. All right, and now the next thing we're going to do is a breathing exercise. Now I understand if you're a teacher doing this in a classroom, you probably want to have the kids seated, but this it also helps to get kids in the mindset of doing yoga by simply bringing their hands to their bellies and taking deep breaths in and out. Now you can have, if you're doing it in a gym or a yoga studio, you can have them laying down and doing the full effect with your belly breathing. And I'm going to give you the option. What do you want to do today? Do you want to sit down, or do you want to stay seated, or do you want to lay down? It's up to you. You want to lay down? All right. So she's going to go ahead and lay down. Put your legs down. Put your hands on your belly, and just let's take 4 deep breaths with your hands on your belly and feeling it raise and lower. Go ahead and close your eyes. Two more. Last one. Beautiful. How does that make you feel?
Relax.
A little bit more relaxed. All right. The next part of each lesson is the yoga practice, and this is a kid-friendly yoga practice. So we're going to stand up in mountain pose, and we'll have to move back a little so we won't cut off our heads. Oh, we're still cutting off our heads. Let me move this camera for a moment. Like I said, I am not a seasoned live person. All right. That's a little bit better. There we go. All right, stand, mountain pose, put your shoulders back, and then we're going to fan arms all the way up and go into chair pose, like you're sitting in the chair in your classroom. And chair is kind of like when you're sitting on the school bus, right? you can kind of bounce around on that school bus a little bit. And then bring your hands together, and your school bus is taking a turn. So let's do twisted chair. Nice, and rest, and take a moment to feel that stretch. Beautiful. And then go to the other side. Excellent. And then come back to center and roll it back up to mountain. Now we're at school and we're heading to recess. Recess jungle gyms are kind of shaped like downward facing dog. So let's get into downward facing dog. Let's bring our shoulders back. Beautiful. Fan it up. Reach to the stars. And then take it all the way down on your mat. And let's walk it to plank pose. Hold the moment right here. Can you see us okay? And then go to downward facing dog. Stretch for a moment here. Let's pedal our feet as we head back to class from recess. Nice. And then we're going to go to the library. To go to the library, libraries you have to be quiet, right? So let's tiptoe all the way back. Slowly take a moment right here. And then roll it up to mountain pose. And that is our little practice. With kids, attention spans are short, so you want to keep your practices short. And they love the yoga games, and it's a way to get them to do yoga, but also have fun. All right, so next we're going to do the school bus song. Do you remember the school bus song? It's been a while since well, when did we finally go back to school? It's been a while since we've done this lesson. So it goes like this. It's bump, bump, bump on the school bus. Hop up in the back. So the person in the back hops up and take a front seat. And in the front of the front seat are yoga cards. And these actually, I'm redoing my website right now. So all these yoga cards, which is over 85 yoga cards, because there's a lot of different illustrated poses in the book, are going to be downloadable on the website, and I'll post when that's going to happen. But for this game, you can have the yoga cards right here, and then we're going to line up into chair pose. So you get right behind me because I want you to have the opportunity to go. So we're going to go bump, bump, bump on the school bus. Hop up in the back, hop up, and take a front seat. And then go back to chair, and then she gets to pick a yoga card. You can pick the one on top, or you can pick another. And you can give them that option. It really depends how many kids you have in class and what kind of time you have for class. All right, she chose, if you can see it, Dolphin Pose. So let's all do Dolphin Pose. You want to do it on my mat? And I'll do it on yours. Dolphin Pose. You start off. Here, now I got to move the camera again. Start off. Oh. All right, why don't you show them? You start off in forearm plank, and then you shift your hips up, kind of like in downward facing dog position. And that is Dolphin Pose. Awesome. And then you just keep playing for as long as you want. Do you want to keep doing a few more times?
Sure.
All right. So now I get to hop up, right?
Yes.
You get in chair pose. On the school bus. Now hop up in the back and take a front seat. And I will choose the first one, which is Crescent Moon. So Crescent Moon starts in, and I'm gonna go low so you can see me, starts in Mountain Pose. You wanna show a Mountain Pose, Lex? start in mountain pose, and then you raise your arms up, and you just lean to the side. Beautiful. Lean to the side for a nice front stretch. And then you can do the other side for the stretch on the other side.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so that is the school bus song game. And next is the school balloon toss challenge. And we have 2 balloons here. And I know you went purple. And you can keep it simple to just 3 poses during our practice, and this helps reinforce the poses that they learned during the practice. And we did downward facing dog, we did chair pose, and we did mountain pose. We also did plank. For this challenge to get them started, you want to keep it simple, and 3 is a good number. So this is just a fun, simple game with balloons. And bigger balloons are easier because it's easier to kind of balance. So if there was 4 kids or 4 people, you would break up into teams and they would pass the balloon back and forth while doing the yoga poses. But when there's only 2 people, you throw the balloon up yourself and then you try to get a yoga pose in, one of those 3, before the balloon comes back down. And if you want to, in yoga, it's more about just having fun and mindfulness and doing games. But if you wanted to make it competitive, you could, and whoever has the most, keeps it up in the air the most in between their poses would be the winner. And then you could do a challenge of 3 times of that, 3 rounds to determine the official winner. But that's up to you. There's a lot of ways to play this. All right, so just to reiterate, the poses are chair pose, downward facing dog, or mountain pose. Okay? So, and you can start standing or you can start kind of in hero pose. I'm going to start in hero pose. You can start standing if you'd like, just so you see my head. All right, so you ready? Get mark, get set, go! Ah! I almost had it. All right, that was a good warm-up phase.
You try to catch it?
You tried to catch it. You tried to not let it touch the ground.
Okay.
All right? So I'm going to start standing, so I'm going to chop off my head.
The mountain.
You want to do extended mountain?
Is that how you do it?
Oh, we did mountain pose,
Okay.
but you could do extended if you wanted to. And you can, take their feedback and what they want to do. This is all about them having fun. She wanted to do extended mountain. Let them. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I might do mountain pose. 1, 2, 3. We did it! Good job. And, you can play as long as you want with that. All right. Now, the next game, and we have just a little bit of room here, but the next game, all the kids typically are familiar with. It's What Time Is It, Mr. and Mrs. Fox. We call it the library edition because there's a component, and I'm going to just use my book here, where they have to grab the library book before they get back to the finish line. And then I just have actually a yoga rope. You can use a sock, you can use a marker of any kind. I can show you that real quick. But I just have that as the finish line. So what I'm gonna do, so this is the book that you have to get, okay? And actually, it's been a while since we played this. The book goes right by me, and I'm turned away, and she asks, "What time is it, Mrs. Fox?" And then she steps forward the number that I tell her. However, at any point, I can say lunchtime, which means that she tries to run towards me and gets the book and heads back to base.
Or can I get the book when you're saying the numbers? If I get
And you can get the book when, exactly, great point, when I say the numbers, if she gets up there with the number strategy. So, however, if I tag her as she's trying to get back to base, she freezes for a moment in a yoga pose, and then the game starts over. And at that point, you can switch roles, and she gets to be Mrs. Fox. All right, so let's demonstrate. All right, I look away. I'm in mountain pose, because this is always reinforcing yoga poses.
What time is it, Mrs. Fox?
It is 1 o'clock.
What time is it, Mrs. Fox?
It is 5 o'clock. And she got it. Good job.
It's your turn.
And then we would switch roles. And I would start at 1. What time is it, Mrs. Fox?
2 o'clock.
What time is it, Mrs. Fox?
1 o'clock.
Lunchtime! And I'm frozen. Let's see. I will do tree pose in my freeze. You got me. Good job. All right. So that is all the games in the lesson for back to school. And they are all listed in the book. And then we do a cool down final relaxation period. Now again, if you're in a classroom, you might not have space or the setup for kids to lie down. So you can always have them either sit at their desk or go into easy pose and encourage them to close their eyes, relax, and just listen to you for a moment. So do you want to go into final relaxation? Awesome. All right, and also if this is a yoga class for kids, sometimes there's blankets that they can use. They can use it on their head as a pillow. They might want to bring a stuffed animal for this period of time. It's all about mindfulness, relaxation, and just taking time to focus and enjoy. So I'm going to read the following. We are going to get ready for back to school with some I am statements. Once I say them, repeat them quietly. I will pause in between each one. So here we go. I am a good student.
I am a good student.
I am worthy of doing well.
I'm worthy of doing well.
I am kind.
I'm kind.
I am helpful.
I am helpful.
I am smart.
I'm smart.
I am likable.
I'm likable.
I am lovable.
I'm lovable.
I am going to have a good school year.
I am going to have a good school year.
Now take a moment to silently think about any additional positive I am statements you would like to add. Beautiful, nice work. All right, now gently roll to one side. Rest for a moment. Enjoy this position. And then roll up to easy pose. And place your palms on your knees. Now we're going to bring our arms up, fan our arms up, and say, the light in me.
The light in me.
Bring your arms down in front of you. Honors, and kind of tilt forward. Honors the light in you.
Honors the light in you.
Bring your arms up. Reach, stretch to the stars. Get one last great stretch in. Bring your hands together. And bring your hands in. And what do we say at the end? Remember? You're having camera shyness, aren't you?
No, I just forgot.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Wonderful. Great job. Hope you guys had fun. Please check out my book, Bonding with My Bunnies, yoga lesson plans for families and children. Family yoga has been a wonderful connecting way for our family and to teach kids mindfulness and slowing down and getting away from all the distractions and technology. You can do it at home with just your children. Yoga instructors can use it to teach classes. It's grab and go. Everything's set up for you, laid out into full 45 to 55-minute lessons, or if you just want to take a section such as a breathing exercise to calm the children in your classes or in your home, please use it. It's a great resource, and I thank you very much for watching this little preview class. Namaste.